Hey everybody, what's up? I'm going to continue my Super Turbo series by playing some matches at the $200 level today, and here we go, the first one against someone that I haven't played before, and Jack 8 I think is good enough to min-raise pre-flop. I often min-raise almost any two cards against an unknown player, although not always. I do mix it up a little bit. So while you can have a loose raising range, I don't think you should have a loose calling range. So I raise pretty much anything pretty aggressively, but don't call pretty much anything. And here it is, the worst flop. I always hate kings when I've got an ace. For some reason, I don't know if it's a baseless fear, but they do seem to have kings a lot more often. And now he's called on a fairly dry flop. I'm going to have to give it up and check fold. Yeah, very nice. So he's suggesting that he had either ace 3 or a 5 there. Shouldn't have too many 5s in his range, unless he's got something like king 5. Alright, that was special. Shoving deep. What if I limp? I wonder if he's going to attack me. He does seem to have an aggressive side to him. Yes, he does. Alright, let's get it in. Alright, so pretty much a cooler for one of us, and we've avoided the ace. Beautiful. I think with that ace 8 he's going to have to get it in no matter what, so that was a cooler. I don't think the limp had any real effect. And they fold some ace 9, which is good timing, and we're down around 7 big blinds, and 2-4 I'm not getting in at 7 big blinds. Or 3-9. Well, luckily he folds, so now he's getting tight. Or 7-5. Let's get a decent hand, please, so we can finish this guy off. I'm calling this at 5 big blinds and we're ahead. And not the best flop in the world. Oh, just quads, but still 1-5 is enough. Might try and min-raise here. I think he'll be wary of the limp, but the min-raise gives him lots of he can call the min-raise, he can shove over it thinking he's got fold equity, and he misses the flop and gives up. Queen 7 for 8 big blinds, let's shove it. Oh, and let's see if we can run good. Nope. Alright, so he wins with a Jack 5 versus Jack 9, now he wins the flip. He's not running too bad. And I think I'm going to shove King 10 here. He's pretty aggressive. If he's limped a strong hand, then well done to him, but there you go, he hasn't. And it just doesn't take long for people to double up back into these things. I mean, I had him crippled, and, you know, he wins a flip, he wins a 30%er, and, you know, he's back in it now. So that's the nature of them, it works both ways, it happens to me too. It does seem pretty tight pre-flop, but he's not going to, let's see if we can get some action here, but he's, he does almost seem like he's afraid of post-flop a little bit. Alright, got a c-bet here, and hope that we don't get any action. No, we get action. Oh, this is an interesting spot. I wonder about checking and having him shove the river, because he did shove the river last time. What would I be afraid of? Pretty much only the spade draw coming in and a king. Spade draw comes in. And now he can shove. Oh no. Alright, I can't fold. This sucks. Yay! We induced from him. That's what we were hoping for. It was the worst river. I really didn't want to see the spade come anything else above. I was pretty happy with. But yeah, he was simply floating the flop and shoving the river. Alright, let's suck out now. 10. Nope. Alright, so he's won all three all-ins after we crippled him in the first one, which is not running bad, and now we get a monster. No surprise there. And that's not shovable, we're just not running so great in the end game, really. But I guess one good thing is that the guy is folding enough to make the end game not a complete disaster. Dominated. Alright, this is our fourth all-in, and he wins 4 in a row. Easy game. Yeah, you do need a little bit of luck in the all-ins in the end game eventually, and when you get in 4 times and lose 4 in a row, it's not a little bit of luck, is it? Alright, I might min-raise this. I don't really want to shove it because he seems to be crawling and snapping me off. As in beating all my all-ins. I'm getting a little bit afraid of him at the moment. And shoving this. If his limb's strong, good luck for him. Four, 7. Miss. Yes, thank goodness for that. Eventually we got him. 5th all-in. Alright, and this guy's definitely worth playing again. Let's see if he's keen. No, he's not. Alright, so that's the first match. We'll move on to the second one. Alright, so I finally get a second match. I've been sitting here waiting for like 20 minutes, which is obscene, while people around me get sat, but that's the way it goes. Alright, so let's see what Mr. Jackal's got to say for himself. And not much at this stage. Lovely. Times all the way down and then flat goals. And Queen 7 at this stage. If he's got a better queen, then I'm going to lose my stack. As simple as that. I'm not going to fold top pair with almost any kicker in these things. Oh, the min raise is scary. The instant min raise. But alright, we'll call no heart or king, I guess. That looks like a pretty good card, unless he's got a better queen, in which case I'm now cooked. Alright, it's going in. If he's got me beat, he's got me beat. And at 3's got to be surely a good card. And he was full of shit. Okay, so this guy's definitely capable of making a move. And I shall give him the red thing and say that he check raised Queen 9-6 and bet turn as bluff. Alright, and you do have to take good notes in these things because you play these guys again, and it might be a long time, so I definitely need to be able to see what these guys are capable of. And here top pair is nice, but obviously we'll let this guy bet. And snap, and just got to avoid his 3 outs, so runner. Yes. Yes. Lovely. So this guy's a pretty big bluffer by the look of it. Let's see if he wants a rematch. And he does. And I've got to go find the rematch now. There it is, good. Alright, so we know this guy likes to bluff. Let's hope that I keep hitting hands and he keeps on bluffing. Didn't shove over my min raise, so I'll min raise again. And now he shoves, so we'll just avoid that. Very aggressive. Alright, shoving any 2, so we're just going to have to wait until we catch a hand and fold until we do. And what am I willing to get it in with against this guy? Any ace. Decent king like king, queen, or king, jack. King 10, possibly even king 9, and probably even queen jack, seeing he seems to be shoving almost any 2. Alright, I think I've just shoved this as opposed to letting him min raise. Oh, we've run into a hand. Nice timing, sir. Oh, an ace on the flop, that's sweet. Unlucky for him, but on the other hand, considering how I've run this month, I've got absolutely no sympathy for him. And king 9 definitely good enough to get in the mid, and he folds. Nice timing, sir. So yeah, I mean, considering he was shoving every hand, I've got no problem getting in there with ace 2. And if I run good and win this one, which you know, on the way to doing, then I might even get a rematch after that play. And 4-5 is not good enough. There's not going to be too much fancy play here. Either we catch a hand or we don't. 9 jack's close, but not for 10 big blinds. And he folds. Thank you, sir. Might try limping a strong hand if we do get one. And some run good, that's beautiful. Alright. Hand, please. So at this stage I'll shove anything which is kind of mediocre, like a6, and I will limp call or min raise anything that's really strong. You know, like a good pocket pair or a better ace. Lovely to get a fold. I really like it when you've got a crap hand and they fold. Feels good. Ace 4's a shove. Not good enough to min raise or limp. And we're ahead. Not for long. Alright, he's back in it. Doesn't take much, you know, just lose a flip or a 60-40 and bang. King 9 will shove here. I think good enough to shove. Oh, king 10, that's sad. Jack. Jack. Nope. Alright, that sucks, but never mind. And looks like we're now going to lose the match we had. King 9 definitely good enough to get in. And he folds. So if he's calling on king 10, then looks like pretty much any pocket pair, any big cards he's calling on. And shoving a lot worse. Can't hit a jack now, which is good. So we're still in this. Just got to catch a hand, and there's no way I'm playing suited connectors against a guy like this. Or jack 3. Alright, king 9 versus king 10. A little bit unlucky perhaps. And this is definitely going in. If he's got the beat, he's got the beat. And I know he's going to shove wide, but obviously needs something a little better than 2-4. And 6s might limp and see if he wants to shove over the top, which I expect him to do, and he hasn't. Not a very good flop, and he's probably going to shove it. Last time he timed down and bet, he was bluffing. Just worried about the 7 here, and luckily he doesn't have it. So it seems when he times down, he's trying to get me not to bet, and he doesn't have anything by the look of it. Alright, basically against this guy, there's not much we can do, we just need cards. kings. I can't fold this if he's got a jack. Now he's got a draw. And no, we're going to survive this. Oh, we did. Sweet. Right, and he's limping bad. So we're picking up some stuff about this guy. His limps are pretty weak. That's good. But he also looks a little stationary, so I don't want to shove any 2 cards over his limps. So basically, back at against something that's pretty aggressive, we need to get cards, and please hold up 3-3. Oh, that works. And that a question ace jack would have gone in if we could have. Any ace at this stage, but not any 10-4. I mean, the guy's calling range is, well, I guess not that loose. King 10, and he was fairly low. And we're not calling out Queen 9. Alright, one big hand, please, sir. That would be nice. I might try limping after this. He didn't attack my limp, and I think he does suspect it's a monster. Alright, can we hold? Pocket 8's yum. 3 would be good. Yo, on the river. Unlucky, sir. And I have no sympathy whatsoever. Let's try again. And he declines. Alright, so there's the other secret to these things. Run good, and I'm not at all ashamed to have hit my miracles there, because I've run like dog poo this month so far. Just to reflect on that match a little bit, let's go and have a look at some of the key hands here. And we'll go to the previous one first. Alright. And alright, there's only, where is it? Queen 7 here. Alright, let's have a look at this one. So min raise on average hand. I think the average hand is technically Jack 7, so Queen 7 is ahead of the average hand. I don't know anything about this guy, I don't think. Can't remember playing him before. And he flats, and when I bet 40 and he min raises, this is either the setup to a bluff or the stone cold nuts. He didn't take very long to min raise, which makes me think it's not the stone cold nuts, and therefore he is, setting me up for a bluff. Maybe he's got a draw, which is very possible. And I'm just flat calling. And why am I flat calling? Well, 2 reasons. I want to make sure that the turn is safe, meaning a non-heart turn, and also something that doesn't complete draws like a jack, or I guess a jack or a 10 would be bad cards in case he's got something sort of funky like a double gut shot with 8-10 or something. Or 7-8, something like that. So just flatting to make sure it's a safe card. The 3 is as safe a card as you can get, and if I'm going to call the flop bet, then I have to get it in when it's a safe card, especially when he bets 160, and then we simply have to shove and get it in. Alright, and obviously the next hand, when we pick up top pair, it's just a matter of getting it in, and we don't need to do anything silly because this guy's pretty aggressive. So check, let him do his thing, and then snap him off, and no surprise there. In the next match, he seemed to get quite aggressive from the start. Let's just have a look. So I raised Queen 5 because he hadn't shoved over my raise before. If I knew he was going to be shoving over my raises, I wouldn't. And he shoves, and I have to let it go. Then the next hand, he shoves pre, and therefore I think, alright, this guy's pretty aggressive. At that stage, I'm not going to go raising junk anymore. I'm going to go shoving my sort of decent but junky hands, and only raising very, very strong hands. Alright, and 7-6 obviously doesn't fit into the category of anything playable, especially when he shoves. And then Ace-2. Ace-2 against someone this aggressive at 20 big blinds is just a simple shove, and the fact that he turns up with 6s is bad luck, as it turns out bad luck for me. Sorry, bad luck for him as I suck out on him. Alright, King 9 he folds to Jack 6. Not going to get it in for 8 big blinds. Quite possibly it's a non-exploitable shove according to Chubakov, but I'm not doing it. And folding my 210, or not getting in at 210, and just waiting for a decent hand, and not getting any. And obviously A6 is shovable, and then I shove Ace4, which is completely standard, and he hits his king, and now he's back in it. And this one here, King 10, let's have a look at this shove. We are, how many big blinds? 13 big blinds or 14 big blinds for King 9, which is shovable at that stage, and he just happens to have King 10. That's bad luck. So I think they're the really key hands, and obviously the other one where I suck out with Ace 2 against his pocket 8s. Not much I can do about that, but the idea behind this is that if the guy is super aggressive, how do you adjust? And the answer to that is you adjust by no longer raising your your sort of medium hands. You don't want to be raise folding. Just sort of shove your medium good hands so that he's got no fold equity, and only raise your very strong hands. Alright, we'll go and look for another match. Alright, I cracked and signed up for 100 because I've been sitting there for like 20 minutes and the action's not coming, so we're going to play 100 and see how that goes. I think I haven't played that many matches at the hundreds for videos, so it won't hurt to have a couple more, and we've had a few at the 200. Alright, so guy folds my min raise and immediately min raises me, which makes me think tight aggressive. Tight because he's folding, and then aggressive because he's not limping or folding pre-flop. So I'm just going to continue to raise and see what happens. And yeah, he does look a little tight. And yeah, tight aggressive. Now, one of the things I do like to do against these tight aggressive guys is 3-bet them on junk. And we're going to have to see that in a minute. Yeah, he's definitely got the tight sides of the minute. The next one where he immediately raises me. Now he pauses a while and limps. So there goes that plan. And we'll let him have this. Not going to do anything silly at this stage. Until now. Shouldn't be the queen in his range. Could be 2 spades. No, he lets it go. So definitely on the tighter side. Right, so if he continued to min raise me almost every hand, then I'd be looking for a hand to 3-bet him. But now he started limping. So I'm going to try and attack that limp, and that works. So that's another thing you can do, attack limps. When you know that people have a fold button, don't do it against people who are too loose. Alright, the dreaded king, which is the card that everyone seems to hit against me whenever I min raise. And once again. I swear I'd be better off not betting whenever it's a king. I think with aces people 3-bet shove you, and king seems to be the hand that they're flatting a lot. And insta-check from him. I'm still going to check it down. I'm just a little worried, but should have probably bet. We'll find out. Oh, nice. So he must have had an 8 there. Interesting how quickly he checked, though. I think I can get a read from this guy. You know, sort of how... I'm suspecting this is some sort of draw, and we're going to let him go. Alright, so no need to panic. Still got plenty of big blinds, and we've got a guy who's not getting too out of control against us. I'm just going to c-bet this. It will hit his calling range, but hopefully not the ace. Hopefully only the queen is in his range, and therefore not a bad flop to c-bet. And he hasn't been raising for a while, so I'll definitely let that go. And I'm going to make a note against him, which is that he is, I give him this sort of aqua colour for tight aggressive. So against tight aggressive guys in general, raising a lot, although not always complete junk. Yeah, raising a lot, and looking to 3-bet them if their pre-flop raise percentage is too high, but this guy's pre-flop raise percentage is not that high. I should also write in here that he limp folds. And here he's leading again, Christ, and he hasn't left me any wiggle room here. So basically, if I call this, I'm hoping for a 6 or a heart. I'm just going to flat 1 here. Let's see what happens. Does he shove? In which case I've got to fold. Oh Christ! Maybe that was a bad call. Maybe I should simply. In fact, I'm sure it's a bad call. I should fold or shove, and I think I definitely have to fold. Alright, we'll get this in. I definitely have to fold because the guy is running good. I definitely have to fold because I have no fold equity. So instead of calling that, I should fold. Alright, let's accept, see if he wants one more. And he does. Alright, chance for revenge. And hopefully not going out on a losing note. And if he had have led here, I think I would have been a little bit peed off about it all and raised him, because he can't be hitting this sort of flop very often. Yeah, let him limp. I'm not going to overdo the attack his limp play too much. Alright, he can't be having it all the time. I think he's trying to control me here with some sort of draw or weak holding. The other option is he's trying to introduce, and that means, oh, that's a good card, isn't it? Try just 80 should be enough. He's not folding, so I can't imagine what he's got here. Perhaps a draw, an 8. Let's find out. Alright, he must have had the draw. So he was leading into me with the draw, trying to get a cheaper turn and river, just basically trying to control me. And I might limp this, see what he does. Alright, he's going to let me limp and attack him, which is good. And don't really believe him, so we'll find out, and he actually has it. Nasty. So this guy's not a terrible player. He's actually, I don't know what his stats are like, but he's at least a thinking player. He sort of tries some different stuff, like leading with his, what I assume is a draw and so on. How do we go with the min raise here? Any luck? Good stuff. However, I do think that when he checks, he's most likely weak, though he did check the King X board. But if he leads, I think he's got something like a draw or a part of the hand. So yeah, it's interesting that he's leading out, which most people don't do. Alright, King, Queen, 10 big blinds, has to go in, and he folds. King 9 is shovable, and let's hope he doesn't have a hand. Oh, bad timing. Oh, Queen 9, calling a little bit loose. And that's nice. Alright, so his calling range is a fraction loose there, I think. And let's see if you... Alright, one more to finish off the vid. He's a fairly interesting opponent, so I don't mind playing him a third time. Sort of interesting to try and work out what the guy's doing while I set up this... Thank you for the tip. So I set this up so it's just right. And that should be about it, roughly. Sorry about messing around with the screen here, I just want it to be in the right spot for everybody. Alright, good enough. Not perfect, but good enough. That's perfect. Oh shit, no it isn't. Alright, I'm a goose. But, alright, you'll have to forgive me if the screen's not perfectly centered. Alright, nice. So he hasn't led, he doesn't have a draw or a piece of it, and I can take it down, and I'm representing something realistic. So in general, min raise and c-bet is the right thing to do against this guy. And I might try attacking his limps just a little bit more, because it worked out last time. One thing I need to think about is his calling percentage. He's calling my pre-flop raises just a little bit too much. And I'm going to check this one. The reason being, I'm just going to make sure no terrible card comes like a club and counterfeits me. I do want to bet when I'm ahead and make them pay for their draws, but at the same time, being a little bit cautious. So here if he checks, I'll just bet 40, and that means I can give up if he calls or obviously raises. So obviously he didn't have a club there, which is good for me. Pocket nines, this is going to get 3-bet. And I think I 3-bet shove because I know he calls a little light. And yeah, instant call on a6, not even thinking, and not a bad flop for him. No love, yeah, so this guy's fault is I think he's calling shoves way too light. I mean, that's my first 3-bet shove over his raise, so I think a6 is not normally going to be good there. And this is going in. No doubt he'll have king 3, no? Alright, so we know that he calls shoves light, not going to shove light. And let's make a note of that. Calls, shoves, I mean not super light, but just a fraction light. And here he's going to have a king, I assume, and crush me. Nope, awesome. We're still alive. Just got to double up, just a little bit of luck and we'll be okay. Could have shoved there, but I don't really like 9-2's chances. And now he can bluff the ace and nothing I can do. Oh, I might check call him here. No need to. And what did he have for his limp there? We do want to find out what his limping range was in this spot. And 7 jack. Alright. No, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Queen 5. Alright, so he's limping jack. Alright, that's useful to know. Alright, king 8's got to go in. And alright, he seems to either be running dead or tighten up his calling range there. King 7's close. If you had a shove, it might be, it's very close to a call. I think I would call against this guy. Just going to shove this, not do anything fancy with it. I know he calls a little light. And we get in ahead again. And survive. Yay for us. Right, we can still go out in a high. Still very much go out in a high. I don't know. I mean, he's known for calling light, so I think shoving 10s there is fine. And shoving 7s as well. A bit of run good here. Win the flip, please. The perfect 7. The perfect flop for him. Could not get any better. And he runs good. He runs very good. Yes, he's not running bad at all, is he? Alright, so that's that. Hope you've enjoyed this $200 and $100 video, and let's throw in one more match, I guess. I'll try and get the screen in the right spot. Let's play this guy one more time, and see if we can't go out in a win then. 9-8, interesting hand if he min raises. Might consider just flatting once. It's a little bit below my flatting range, but might consider it. And this guy has run pretty decent against me. And here I think he's full of it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just trying to control me. And weak. So his lead is not always strong. so I'm going to min raise and call this if he wants to shove, which he doesn't. I think that's well ahead of his shoving range. Let's see how quickly it checks. Pretty quickly. I'm going to bet the turn here. Good. Just to protect my 3 and make him not want to bluff me in that spot. Could try limping that, see if he wants to attack me. And 10 jack, interesting spot. Don't 3x me, good man. Alright, I might shove here. I think he's not going to be able to call. And yeah, might as well take it down when I can. And now I'm going to try limping my 9s. He's seen how aggressive I am. There's a good chance he might want to shove over my limp, which he doesn't, but we flop pretty good, I think. And if he's got a 6, go away for tilt. If he's got a 6, he's about to win. And he doesn't. Alright, we tried. We limped our 9s, did our best. Now he's 3xing his good hands. Honestly, you'd think he was running terrible against me. He's run pretty decent. Yet here he's sort of 3xing, which is weird. Alright, top pair. No kicker, which sucks. And we take it down, that's nice. So he's been pretty tight post flop. Wasn't very happy in that spot if he raised me without that kicker, that's the only problem. And now he's min raising, but you know, who knows, he's a pretty weird and tricky guy. He could easily actually be 3xing hands that he doesn't want cold and min raising strong hands, who knows. Oosh. Alright, we've got to shove this over his min raise. And get called by Queen 10, that's pretty good for us, and he just flops the nuts again. Pretty frustrating. I keep on getting it in good, and he keeps on sucking out. He's not actually good, but he certainly is lucky. Yeah, he does have this leak of calling too light, but it's serving him well at the moment. And no doubt he'll win this flip, and that'll be it. Yep, that's a pretty good start for him. Wow, he missed. That's a lot of outs he missed. And I'm not claiming to be lucky seeing I got him in against Queen 10 against my ace. I still think I'm running bad against this guy. But I did run well against the sort of previous guy. Alright, 2 good hands, double up, and finish this guy off. Gotta shove 10 jack. Yeah. Can we have a little bit of luck on our side? Yes. Yes. Yes, oh good. Alright, finally we suck out, so the luck's starting to even out. Now just one more, please. Don't desert me now. Oh god, here we go. Insta call on the 8s. Oh, the luck has deserted me. Yeah, nice. Just quads. He's not running bad, I'm telling you that much. He's not running bad at all. This is not good. I've got to shove it. And of course... Oh, that's that. So, until the next video, I hope you run good.